Stop fighting your current reality, my dear, because the life you want cannot grow in the energy of war. There is a softer way to begin again. Let your shoulders drop. Let your jaw soften. Place one hand over your heart if you can. Feel the warm weight of your own hand resting there, as if your body is being told very gently, you are not in trouble anymore. You may be tired. Tired of trying to fix everything. Tired of waiting for life to finally look the way you hoped it would look. Tired of waking up and seeing the same bills, the same room, the same questions, the same ache in the heart, the same quiet fear that maybe nothing is changing. Breathe. You do not have to solve your whole life in this moment. You do not have to force your future to appear today. You do not have to fight the place where you are standing just because it is not yet the place where you want to live. Right here, before anything changes outside of you, something can change inside of you. I make peace with this moment. I stop fighting life. I am safe to begin again. Let those words enter slowly. Do not rush them. Do not treat them like words you must believe perfectly right away. Let them be like soft rain falling on dry ground. The ground does not understand rain with the mind. It simply receives. And maybe that is what your heart needs now, to receive, to stop defending, to stop pushing, to stop turning this moment into an enemy. Your current reality may not be everything you wanted. It may not be the life you imagined years ago. It may not look like the dream you carried in your heart. There may be things you wish were different. There may be things that feel late, stuck, unfair, or unclear. But this moment is still not your enemy. This moment is a doorway. It is not a wall. It is not a punishment. It is not proof that you failed. It is a doorway, and you are standing at the threshold of something new. But you cannot walk through a doorway while you are fighting the door. You have to stop for a moment. You have to breathe. You have to notice that the door is not attacking you. It is simply here. Many people spend years fighting what is already present. They fight the body they have. They fight the money they have. They fight the home they live in. They fight the relationship they are in, or the relationship they do not yet have. They fight the age they are. They fight the past. They fight the mirror. They fight the quiet. They fight the delay. They fight the place where life has asked them to begin. And because they are fighting, they cannot hear the guidance that is already trying to reach them. When your whole body is in battle, you cannot feel the small next step. When your mind is shouting, you cannot hear the soft voice of wisdom. When your heart is clenched, you cannot receive the good that is waiting to come closer. So, my dear, let this be the first deep truth of this journey. Accepting this moment does not mean you are choosing to stay here forever. It means you are no longer wasting your beautiful energy arguing with what is already here. That is all. Acceptance does not mean, I love this problem. Acceptance does not mean, I want this pain. Acceptance does not mean, this is all I can have. No. Acceptance means this is where I am starting from, and I choose to start with peace. There is power in that. There is great power in looking at your life exactly as it is today and saying, I see this. I will not lie about it. I will not run from it, but I will also not use it to hurt myself. That is where healing begins, not in denial, not in panic, not in forcing. Healing begins when you stop making your present moment wrong for existing. Think of how much energy you have spent wishing this moment were different. Think of the tight feeling in your chest when you keep checking your phone for an answer. Think of the way your stomach drops when you compare your life to someone else's. Think of how your breath becomes shallow when you look around and say, this should not be my life. That sentence hurts. This should not be my life. It closes the heart. It makes the body feel unsafe. It turns the mind into a storm, and it does not help you move forward. It only makes the ground under your feet feel like a place you cannot stand. But what if you said something different? What if you said, this is my life right now, and I am willing to meet it with love. Feel the difference. Not, I am trapped here. Not, nothing will ever change. Not, I have lost my chance. But this is my life right now, and I am willing to meet it with love. That one sentence opens a small space inside you. It gives your nervous system a little room. It lets your heart take one breath. It tells life, I am no longer fighting the doorway. I am ready to walk through it, softly, slowly, with trust. You are allowed to pause. You are allowed to breathe. You are allowed to stop arguing with this moment. Say that inwardly if you can. You are allowed to stop arguing with this moment. The mind may resist. The mind may say, but if I stop fighting, I will lose. If I stop pushing, nothing will happen. If I accept this, I will be stuck here. That is fear speaking. Fear says, this should not be happening. Love says, this is happening, and I can meet it gently. Fear says, you must panic now. Love says, you can breathe first. Fear says, fight harder. Love says, soften deeper. Fear believes that peace is dangerous. Fear believes that if you are not tense, you are not safe. Fear believes that struggle proves you care. But struggle is not the same as care. Panic is not the same as action. Self-attack is not the same as growth. You can care about your future without hating your present. You can desire more without rejecting what is here. You can want change without declaring war on your life. This is a very deep shift. It may sound simple, but it is not small. It changes the energy from which you live. And the energy from which you live shapes what you notice, what you choose, what you allow, and what you become. When you fight your current reality, you stand in front of life with clenched fists. You say, no, not this, not here, not now. Your whole being is closed. Even if good tries to come, you may not see it because you are busy proving that life is wrong. But when you make peace with the moment, your hands begin to open, your breath returns, your eyes soften. You can see one small blessing, one small idea, one small door, one small step. And that is often how the ideal life begins to take shape. Not all at once, not with noise, not with force, but with one soft opening inside you. For the next 30 seconds, do not fix anything. Do not plan. Do not search for the answer. Do not replay the past. Do not run into the future. Just breathe. Feel the body. Feel the heart. Feel this moment holding you, even if it is not perfect. You are here. You are breathing. You are still becoming. And that means life is not finished with you. There may be parts of your reality that feel painful. There may be things you do not understand. There may be losses that still ache. There may be dreams that feel delayed. There may be relationships that have changed, money that feels tight, health that needs care, or old thoughts that keep returning. Do not use any of this as proof against yourself. Please, my dear, do not do that. Your current reality is not a final judgment. It is a present picture. A picture can change. A can be cleaned. A path can turn. A heart can heal. A mind can learn new thoughts. A life can open in ways you cannot yet see. But first, the fight must soften, because fighting keeps your eyes on the wound. Peace helps you see the way through. When you say, "I hate where I am," your body hears danger. It tightens, it braces, it prepares to defend. And a body that is defending has a hard time receiving. A heart that is defending has a hard time trusting. A mind that is defending has a hard time imagining something better. But when you say, "I am willing to be kind to myself here," everything begins to shift. Maybe not outside at first, but inside. And inside is where your new life begins. I accept where I am without giving up on where I am going. I meet this moment with peace. Life is still working for me. Let that affirmation stand by itself inside you. Life is still working for me, even here, even now, even while I do not understand. There is a quiet freedom in no longer needing to hate the beginning of your next chapter, because that is what this may be. The place you are calling a mistake may be the beginning. The moment you are calling a delay may be a preparation. The room you are calling too small may be the room where your soul learns to expand. The season you are calling empty may be clearing space for something true. You do not have to know yet. You do not have to name the blessing before it arrives. You only have to stop meeting your life with clenched energy. Let the body hear this. You are safe to soften. Let the heart hear this. You are not being punished. Let the mind hear this. Peace is allowed even before the problem is solved. This is where many people misunderstand spiritual change. They think they must wait for life to become beautiful before they can feel peace. They think they must wait for the money, the love, the healing, the apology, the new home, the new job, the clear answer. Then they will breathe. Then they will stop fighting. Then they will be kind to themselves. But that keeps peace far away. Peace is not the reward at the end of the path. Peace is how you walk the path. Peace is not saying everything is perfect. Peace is saying, even here, I can return to myself. Even here, I can choose one loving thought. Even here, I can stop adding pain to pain. That is important. Sometimes life brings pain. But then the mind adds more pain by telling a harsh story about the pain. The event says something changed. The mind says, you are ruined. The event says, this did not work. The mind says, nothing will ever work. The event says, you are in a hard season. The mind says, this is who you are forever. Can you see the difference? Reality may be difficult, but the fight with reality makes it heavier. And today, you are being invited to put some of that heaviness down. Not all of it at once, just some. Just enough to breathe. Just enough to stop treating your life like a battlefield. Right here. There is something gentle I want you to understand before we move deeper. Your ideal life is not waiting for you to hate this life enough. It is waiting for you to love yourself enough to rise from here. Hate does not create beauty. Shame does not create freedom. Panic does not create trust. If you try to build your dream life from self-attack, you may reach something outside, but inside you will still feel unsafe. So begin differently. Begin with kindness. Begin with one breath. Begin with a softer sentence. Say, this is where I am, and I am willing to be guided. Say, this is what I see, and I am willing to see more. Say, this moment is not my enemy. This moment is my doorway. A doorway does not become a doorway because it looks beautiful. It becomes a doorway because it opens. And something in you is opening now. Maybe very quietly, maybe just a little. That is enough. The next life does not need you to force the door down. It needs you to stop pushing your whole body against it in fear. It needs you to place your hand on the handle with calm. It needs you to trust that one step through is possible. Your current reality can become the place where you learn peace. It can become the place where you learn your own strength. It can become the place where you stop waiting for permission to love yourself. It can become the place where your words change, your breath changes, your choices change, and your energy changes. And when your energy changes, your life begins to answer differently. Not because you forced it, because you became available to something new. Breathe softly, right here. When you fight something all day in your mind, you keep it close to you. This is not said to blame you. It is said to free you. Resistance is a kind of attention, and attention is energy. When you keep saying, I hate this, I hate this, I hate this, your whole inner world keeps circling around the very thing you want to move beyond. You may want a new life, but your focus keeps feeding the old one. This is why the fight becomes so tiring. You are not only dealing with the problem, you are also feeding the problem with your fear, your anger, your worry, and your constant inner talk about it. Let your forehead soften for a moment. Relax the space between your eyebrows. Let your tongue rest gently in your mouth. Notice if your shoulders have climbed up again, as if they are trying to carry the whole future. Let them drop. There, a little softer. Now listen with your heart. What you resist becomes the center of your world. What you bless begins to loosen. What you meet with peace begins to change its place inside you. This does not mean you pretend. It does not mean you call pain good. It does not mean you ignore what needs care. It means you stop giving your fear the power to lead your life. There is a difference between seeing a problem and worshiping a problem. Seeing a problem says, this needs my attention. Worshiping a problem says, this is all I am. This is all life is. This is all I can think about. My dear, you are bigger than the problem you are facing. You are bigger than the delay. You are bigger than the bill. You are bigger than the mistake. You are bigger than the old pattern. But when your mind keeps writing the same painful sentence again and again, you begin to feel smaller than you are. Think of your mind as a blackboard. Every morning, life gives you a clean space. But old fear walks in with chalk and writes, nothing is changing. Then worry writes, I am stuck. Then shame writes, I should be further ahead. Then anger writes, this is not fair. By noon, the whole board is covered with heavy sentences, and you cannot see anything else. But here is the beautiful truth, you can erase. You can choose a new sentence. You can stop letting fear hold the chalk. That is the power of awareness. That is the power of a new thought. That is the power of saying, I see what my mind is doing, and I choose again. When I fight it, I feed it. When I fear it, I strengthen it. When I soften, I free myself. Let that be simple. Let it be clear. When I soften, I free myself. The old mind may say, keep thinking about it until you solve it. But the soul says, peace will show you what panic cannot. The old mind believes that if you think about the problem every minute, you are being responsible. But sometimes constant thinking is not responsibility. Sometimes it is fear in a serious costume. It looks useful, but it does not bring wisdom. it only brings more noise. Have you ever thought about something for hours and felt no clearer at the end? Have you ever replayed a conversation again and again only to feel more hurt? Have you ever checked, searched, compared, planned, worried, and still felt no peace? That is resistance. It spins, it circles, it tightens, it does not open the way. Peace opens the way. A calm mind can hear guidance. A soft heart can feel the next step. A body that feels safe can choose better. This is why the first step is not always doing more. Sometimes the first step is withdrawing your energy from the fight. I withdraw my energy from struggle. I no longer feed fear with my focus. I choose a softer thought now. Say that slowly. I choose a softer thought now, not a perfect thought, not a grand thought, not a thought you must force yourself to believe with all your strength, just a softer thought. If your mind says nothing will ever change, a softer thought may be something can change. If your mind says I am trapped, a softer thought might be I can take one step. If your mind says I ruined everything, a softer thought may be I am learning. If your mind says life is against me, a softer thought may be, life may be guiding me in a way I do not yet see. That is how you begin. Not by jumping from fear to perfect faith in one moment, not by pretending you are never scared, not by forcing a smile over a wound. You begin by moving 1 inch toward peace, one breath, one sentence, one softer choice. Notice, pause, choose. The ache between your shoulder blades after carrying worry all day is not just in the body. It is often the weight of repeated thoughts. It is the body saying, I cannot carry this same fear again and again without rest. Your body hears every inner argument. Your body feels every imagined danger. Your body responds to the story you keep telling. So when you speak to yourself harshly, the body tightens. When you speak to yourself kindly, the body begins to soften. This is why your words matter. This is why your focus matters. This is why it matters whether you spend the day fighting your life or blessing the good that is trying to grow. You may not be able to change everything today, but you can stop adding fear to the room. You can stop feeding the old picture with the same old energy. You can stop standing in front of the blackboard and writing the same painful line. There is a new line you can write. Something good can begin here. Write that inside your heart. Something good can begin here. Even if the room is small, even if the money is not enough yet, even if the answer has not come, even if the relationship is uncertain, even if the body is tired, even if the path is unclear, something good can begin here. This is how the old life starts losing its power. Not because you attack it, not because you hate it, but because you stop feeding it with all your attention. you begin to feed peace. You begin to feed trust. You begin to feed a new way of seeing. Let us make this very simple. When you wake up and the first thought is fear, do not fight the fear. Fighting fear is still fighting. Instead, notice it. Say, I see you, fear. You are trying to protect me, but you are not my guide today. Then breathe. Take one breath before answering any fearful thought. Just one. That is a tiny but powerful practice. Fear says, this day will be hard. Take one breath. Then answer, this day may hold help I cannot see yet. Fear says, you are behind. Take one breath. Then answer, I am moving at the pace of my healing. Fear says, look at everything missing. Take one breath, then answer, I am willing to notice what is supporting me. The breath creates space, and in that space, choice returns. Without space, you repeat. With space, you choose. This is important because your ideal life is not only made from big decisions. It is made from many small inner choices. The choice to speak kindly, the choice to not spiral for another hour, the choice to rest before you react, the choice to stop telling the same hopeless story, the choice to bless one small thing, the choice to believe that your current reality is not the full story. My dear, this is how change becomes real. It begins in the hidden places, in the way you answer your own fear, in the way you wake up, in the way you speak when no one else hears, in the way you treat yourself when life does not yet look the way you want. Most people wait for the outer world to change before they change the inner conversation. But the inner conversation is where the outer world begins to soften. If you keep telling life everything is wrong, you train your mind to look only for what is wrong. You may miss the small kindness. You may miss the simple opening. You may miss the new idea. You may miss the person who wants to help. You may miss the small sign of progress because your mind has been trained to scan only for proof of pain. But when you begin to say, something good can still happen, your mind begins to look differently. It looks for help. It looks for openings. It looks for peace. It looks for a way. And what you look for, you are more likely to notice. This is not about blame. If you have been afraid, you have been human. If you have resisted, you have been trying to protect yourself. If you have repeated painful thoughts, you learned them somewhere. Maybe life taught you to expect disappointment. Maybe old experiences taught you to stay guarded. Maybe you thought that if you worried enough, you could stop bad things from happening. Be gentle with yourself. You do not need to shame the old pattern. You only need to stop bowing to it. You can say, thank you, old pattern. You tried to protect me, but I am learning a better way now. That sentence is powerful because it does not create another fight. You are not fighting fear. You are not fighting resistance. You are not fighting the old mind. You are choosing a higher teacher. Love, trust, peace. The present moment. And each time you choose a softer response, you weaken the old life's hold on you. Think again of the blackboard. You do not have to smash the board. You do not have to curse the chalk. You do not have to be angry that old sentences were written there. You simply pick up the eraser. You clear one line, then another, and slowly there is space. In that space you write, I am safe to change. Then life can support me. Then I am open to a new way. Then my ideal life is taking shape as I change my inner world. Do not rush. The mind learns through practice. The heart learns through gentleness. The body learns through repeated safety. So give yourself the gift of repetition, but not empty repetition. Give yourself living words, words you can feel, words that help your shoulders drop, words that help your breath deepen, words that help your heart remember it is not alone. I am safe to change. I am willing to see this differently. I choose peace over the old fight. Let the words be simple enough to remember when you are tired. That matters. A good affirmation is not only beautiful, it is usable. It should be something you can reach for when the mind becomes loud. I choose peace over the old fight. Use it when you look at the bank account. Use it when you see the message that has not arrived. Use it when the body feels tired. Use it when the mirror feels hard to face. Use it when the future feels late. I choose peace over the old fight. This does not make you passive. It makes you clear. From peace, you may still make a call. From peace, you may still apply for the job. From peace, you may still set the boundary. From peace, you may still clean the room, pay the bill, ask for help, rest your body, speak the truth, or take the next step. Peace does not stop action. Peace purifies action. It removes panic from the action. It removes self-hate from the action. It removes the need to prove your worth through struggle. That is when your actions become stronger. A peaceful action carries a different energy than a fearful one. A peaceful word lands differently. A peaceful choice opens differently. A peaceful body can receive differently. The next part is the one most people miss. Acceptance is not the same as surrendering your dream. This is very important because the mind may say, if I stop resisting my current life, I am giving up on my ideal life. But no, my dear, you are not giving up on your ideal life. You are giving up the war that blocks it. You are giving up the belief that you must hate where you are in order to move forward. You are giving up the harsh voice that says nothing can change. You are giving up the old habit of feeding fear all day and then wondering why you feel weak at night. You are not giving up your dream. You are creating the inner peace where the dream can grow. A seed does not grow faster when you shout at the soil. A flower does not bloom because you are angry at the ground. Growth needs care. Growth needs light. Growth needs patience. Your new life needs the same. Your attention is light. Your words are water. Your peace is space. So stop giving all your light to the fear. Stop watering the old story with the same old sentences. Stop crowding the new life with constant inner war. Make room. Open the space. Let something new breathe. The old life stays alive when it receives all your focus. The new life begins to live when it receives your loving attention. So ask yourself very gently, what am I feeding today? Am I feeding the thought that I am stuck? Or am I feeding the thought that I am guided? Am I feeding the belief that nothing works? Or am I feeding the belief that life can surprise me? Am I feeding the old pain? Or am I feeding my healing? Do not judge the answer. Just notice. Notice. Pause. Choose. And if you find that you have been feeding fear, do not fall into more fear. Smile softly if you can. Say, I see it now. And because I see it, I can choose again. That is freedom. Not perfect thinking. Not never being afraid. Freedom is the ability to choose again, again, and again, and again. Every time you choose again, the old life loses a little more power. Every time you choose peace, the new life receives a little more light. Every time you soften your inner talk, your whole energy begins to shift. And this shift matters, because life responds not only to what you want, but to what you keep practicing. Practice war, and war feels normal. Practice peace, and peace becomes your home. Acceptance is not the end of your dream. It is the place where your dream can finally hear you clearly. Many people are afraid of acceptance because they think it means, this is all I will ever have. They think it means lowering their hopes, letting go of desire, or pretending they no longer want what they want. But true acceptance is not defeat. True acceptance is calm honesty. It says, this is where I am today. And then it adds, and life is still open. That is the missing part. Life is still open, even now, even here, even after everything that has happened. Let your breathing become slower than your thoughts. Let the breath lead and let the mind follow. Feel the air enter your body. Feel the air leave your body. You do not have to chase peace. Peace is often waiting beneath the noise, waiting for you to stop running past it. The heavy blanket of disappointment can make the future feel far away. You may have imagined life would look different by now. You may have thought you would be further along, more settled, more loved, more secure, more sure of yourself. And when life does not match the picture you carried, the heart can feel tired. That tiredness is real. Be kind to it. Do not tell yourself you should be over it. Do not tell yourself you are weak for feeling it. Do not make your disappointment another reason to attack yourself. Instead, place your heart in a softer room inside your own mind. Sit with yourself as you would sit with someone you love. Say, "Of course this hurts. Of course I wanted things to be different. And still, I can meet this moment with love." That is acceptance. It does not remove your desire. It removes the violence from your desire. It lets you want more without hating yourself for not having it yet. Acceptance is not weakness. Acceptance is not failure. Acceptance is not the end of your dream. Let that be very clear. Acceptance is not saying, "I will never have better." It is saying, "I will stop hurting myself while better is forming." That is a sacred shift. Because many people try to manifest from pain. They say the words, they imagine the dream, they speak of the future, but inside they are still attacking their present. They are still ashamed of where they are. They are still angry every morning. They are still looking at life through the eyes of rejection, and the energy underneath the desire becomes heavy. It says, "I want this because I hate that." But life responds more beautifully when the energy becomes, "I welcome this because I love myself enough to receive more." Feel the difference. One is fear, one is love, one is running away, one is opening forward. My dear, you are not here to run from your life. You are here to grow through it. You are here to bless the ground beneath you until it becomes strong enough to hold the next step. Think of a boat on water. If you are angry at the water, if you hit the water, if you shout at the waves, you do not move with grace. You become exhausted. But if you lower the anchor for a moment, breathe, and learn the movement of the water, you can guide the boat with wisdom. You cannot guide the boat while fighting the water. In the same way, you cannot guide your life while fighting this moment. You need some inner stillness. You need enough calm to see where the current is moving. You need enough trust to stop swinging at life and begin listening to it. Control says, "If I stop pushing, nothing will change." Trust says, "When I stop pushing, I can finally hear guidance." Control says, "Hold tighter." Trust says, "Open your hand." Control says, "You must know the whole plan now." Trust says, "One peaceful step is enough." Give yourself 3 soft words now. I accept this. Not because it is perfect, not because it is easy, not because you want it to stay forever, but because it is here and fighting what is here has made you tired. I accept this. Say it gently. If the words feel too big, say, "I am willing to accept this." If that still feels too big, say, "I am willing to become willing." That is enough. The smallest willingness can open a door inside the heart. You do not need to leap into perfect peace. You only need to turn your face slightly toward it. I accept this moment, and I still welcome change. I make peace with now. My future is still open, still possible, still becoming. Let those words touch the parts of you that thought it was too late. It is not too late to think a new thought. It is not too late to speak to yourself with kindness. It is not too late to change our inner pattern. It is not too late to open to love. It is not too late to receive more good. It is not too late to let life surprise you. The mind may ask, but how? That is all right. The mind loves the word how. It wants a full map before it takes one breath. But the soul does not always move by full maps. Sometimes the soul moves by light. A little light here, a small feeling there, a gentle knowing, a quiet pull, a peaceful next step. Acceptance helps you feel that light. Resistance makes everything loud. Acceptance makes the next step easier to hear. This does not mean you stop caring about change. In fact, you may care more clearly. When you stop fighting, your desire becomes cleaner. It is no longer tangled with panic. It becomes a true yes. Yes, I desire a better life. Yes, I am worthy of peace. Yes, I am open to healing. Yes, I allow my ideal life to take shape. Not because I hate where I am, because I love who I am becoming. That is the heart of acceptance. You stop using your dream as a weapon against your present self. You stop saying, I will love myself when I get there. You start saying, I love myself here, and that love helps me move. This is powerful. Love moves differently than shame. Shame rushes, hides, compares, and punishes. Love breathes, listens, chooses, and grows. Shame says, you are not enough until everything changes. Love says, you are enough now, and more good can still come. Which voice do you want to build your life from? This matters because your ideal life is not just a place you arrive. It is a state you learn to carry. If you arrive at the outer dream, but bring the old inner war with you, the dream will not feel peaceful. The same fear will find a new object. The same worry will choose a new subject. The same self-attack will wear a new outfit. So the real work begins here. In the way you meet this breath, in the way you speak to this day, in the way you hold yourself while life is still changing. Acceptance teaches your nervous system that peace is not far away. It teaches your heart that you do not have to wait for every detail to improve before you can be gentle with yourself. It teaches your mind that the present moment is safe enough to stand in, and from that safety, you can move. Maybe the next movement is rest. Maybe it is one honest conversation. Maybe it is cleaning one corner of your room. Maybe it is writing one loving sentence. Maybe it is asking for help. Maybe it is forgiving yourself. Maybe it is doing nothing for 5 minutes without guilt. Do not judge the size of the step. A peaceful step is powerful because it comes from alignment. Now listen closely, because this is where peace begins. Acceptance gives you back your power. When you are fighting the present, your power is scattered. Some of it is in the past, wishing things had happened differently. Some of it is in the future, fearing what may happen next. Some of it is in comparison, looking at other lives. Some of it is in self-blame, repeating old mistakes. Very little remains here where life can actually be lived. Acceptance gathers your power back. It says, come home. Come home from the past. Come home from the fear. Come home from the imagined argument. Come home from the life you think you should have had. Come home to this breath. Come home to this body. Come home to this moment. Because this is where change can happen. Not yesterday, not tomorrow. Here. This does not mean the past did not matter. It does not mean the future does not matter. It means your point of power is not in either one. Your power is here, where your next thought can change. Here, where your next word can soften. Here, where your next choice can become kinder. Give your power back to the present. Say, I am here now. Again, I am here now. This simple sentence can bring you out of many storms. When the mind runs into fear, say, I am here now. When regret pulls at you, say, I am here now. When you feel behind, say, I am here now. When you want to fight everything, say, I am here now. Here is not a punishment. Here is a beginning. And maybe this is the deeper truth. You do not accept reality because reality is always easy. You accept reality because you are ready to stop abandoning yourself inside it. Every time you reject the moment, you leave yourself. Every time you say, I cannot stand this, a part of you feels unsafe. But when you say, this is hard, and I am staying with myself, you return. That return is healing. That return is love. That return is the start of your ideal life taking shape. Because your ideal life is not only built from new outer things, it is built from a new relationship with yourself. A relationship where you no longer leave yourself when life becomes difficult. A relationship where you no longer call yourself a failure because the path took time. A relationship where you no longer believe that one hard chapter means the whole book is ruined. The book is not ruined. The page is still turning, and you are allowed to turn with it. There is another layer to this, and it may comfort you. Acceptance often creates the very movement that resistance could not create. When you stop pulling at the knot, it loosens. When you stop shouting at the answer, you hear it. When you stop chasing the door, you notice the window. When you stop demanding that life change in only one way, life shows you another way. This is why acceptance is not passive. It is deeply alive. It changes your inner posture. It moves you from clench to open, from panic to presence, from force to flow. And in that state, you often make better choices. You may suddenly know who to call. You may feel ready to rest. You may see a pattern you could not see before. You may realize you have been trying to earn love from a place that cannot give it. You may understand that one dream needs to change shape. You may feel the courage to begin again in a very simple way. Guidance often comes after softening, not before. So if you feel lost, do not only ask, "What should I do?" Also ask, "Where am I fighting?" Ask, "What am I refusing to accept?" Ask, "Can I meet this with one breath of kindness?" These questions are not meant to shame you. They are meant to open you. They help you find the place where your energy is trapped. They help you see where you are still pushing against the closed door, unable to notice the open one beside you. Sometimes the ideal life begins to take shape, not because something new arrives immediately, but because you stop giving your life to what drains you. You stop giving your morning to dread. You stop giving your night to replaying pain. You stop giving your body to tension. You stop giving your words to hopelessness. You stop giving your heart to the belief that nothing can change. And as you stop feeding those old places, you begin to have energy for something new. A cleaner room, a kinder thought, a small plan, a deeper breath, a better boundary, a new prayer, a new opening. Yes, still possible. Acceptance creates space, and space is where the new life begins to form. Imagine the boat again. The water is not perfectly still. There may be waves, there may be wind, there may be clouds, but you are no longer hitting the water with your hands. You are sitting in the boat. You are breathing. You are holding the oar with more calm. You are watching the current. You are learning. This is not giving up. This is wisdom. This is how you stop being thrown around by every wave. This is how you begin to move with life. Say this softly now. I am not giving up. I am giving myself peace. I am open to the next right step. Let the words become a small anchor. When the mind says you are accepting too much, answer, I am accepting what is here so I can move with wisdom. When the mind says you must fight to prove you care, answer, I can care without harming myself. When the mind says nothing will change, answer, I am already changing, because you are. Each breath of acceptance changes you. Each softer thought changes you. Each moment you stop fighting your current reality and choose peace instead, something inside you becomes more open to the life you want. This is not always dramatic. It may not look like fireworks. It may feel like your shoulders lowering. It may feel like sleeping a little better. It may feel like answering yourself with kindness. It may feel like not checking the phone for 10 minutes. It may feel like saying no. It may feel like drinking water. It may feel like crying and not judging the tears. These small signs matter. They are signs that the war inside you is ending. And when the war inside you ends, your energy becomes available for creation. That is what you are learning here. You are not learning to settle. You are learning to stop suffering twice. Once from what happened, and again from fighting what happened. Let the second suffering begin to leave. Let the extra weight fall away. Let the mind become quieter. Let the heart become softer. Let this moment be what it is, without making it your whole future. Your future is still open, still possible, still becoming. Now that acceptance has softened the fight, we can begin to shape the inner world that shapes the outer one. Your ideal life does not begin with a new room, a new person, a new bank account, or a new answer. It begins inside you. It begins in the quiet place where your thoughts live. It begins in the way you speak to yourself before the world speaks to you. It begins in the feeling you carry when nothing outside has changed yet. It begins in the small space between the life you see and the life you are willing to believe can still form. My dear, this is where many people get lost. They wait for life to become peaceful before they become peaceful. They wait for the problem to disappear before they breathe. They wait for someone to choose them before they feel worthy. They wait for more money before they feel safe. They wait for proof before they trust. But the inner world must change first. Not because the outer world does not matter. It does. Your home matters. Your body matters. Your money matters. Your relationships matter. Your work matters. Your dreams matter. But your inner climate decides how you meet all of it. If there is a storm inside you, even a blessing can feel unsafe. If there is fear inside you, even an open door can look like a threat. If there is shame inside you, even progress can feel like it is not enough. So take a slow breath now. Feel the air move in and out of your nose. Let the breath become your first safe place. You do not have to make your whole life safe in this one moment. Just let this breath be safe. Let this inhale be soft. Let this exhale be a little release. Right here. This breath is enough for now. Your inner climate is the emotional weather you live in most often. Some people live in a climate of worry. Some live in a climate of pressure. Some live in a climate of self-blame. Some live in a climate of waiting for something bad to happen. And because that inner weather feels so normal, they do not notice how much it shapes their day. They wake up and the storm is already there. Before the phone is checked, before the first message is read, before the first task begins, The mind says, what if today is hard? Or if nothing changes? What if I am still stuck? And the body listens. The shoulders tighten. The stomach pulls in. The jaw locks. The heart becomes guarded. The day has not even begun, and already the inner sky is full of dark clouds. This is why your ideal life must begin as an inner climate. You cannot grow a peaceful life in an inner storm. You cannot plant trust in the soil of constant panic and expect it to bloom easily. You cannot speak words of love to the universe while speaking words of attack to yourself all day. You cannot receive deeply while your body feels it must defend every moment. So the work is not to pretend the sun is shining when you feel rain. The work is to become gentle with the rain. To say, I see the fear, I see the worry, I see the old pain, but I do not have to let this weather rule my whole life. You can learn to bring warmth into your own inner world. You can learn to speak to yourself in a way that clears the sky. You can learn to become the first safe place you have been waiting for. Inside me, peace can begin. Peace can. Inside me, trust can begin. Inside me, a new life can begin. Let those words move slowly through you. Inside me, a new life can begin. That is not a small sentence. That is a doorway. That is the moment the power comes back to you. Because if the new life can begin inside you, then you do not have to wait helplessly for the world to change before you can feel something different. You can begin now. You can soften now. You can choose a kinder thought now. You can stop fighting your current reality and start becoming the kind of person who can receive the next one. This is not forcing. This is not pretending. This is not saying everything is already perfect outside. It is saying, I will not let the outside world be the only voice inside me. There is a voice of fear, yes, but there is also a voice of love. There is a voice of lack, but there is also a voice of trust. There is a voice that says, look at what is missing. And there is a wiser voice that says, look at what can be planted now. Worry says, look at what is missing. Wisdom says, look at what can be planted now. Worry says, you are behind. Wisdom says, you are being shaped. Worry says, nothing is happening. Wisdom says, something is forming where you cannot yet see. You get to decide which voice you practice, not once, again and again. That is how the inner climate changes, not by one perfect thought, not by one beautiful morning, not by never feeling afraid. It changes because you keep returning. You keep noticing. You keep choosing a little more peace than before. When the room is dim and you are lying awake, wondering when things will change, feel the light on your face. Feel the quiet around you. Feel the body that has carried you through so much. In that moment, The mind may want to run into every fear it mounts. I want to solve tomorrow, next month, next year. It may want to search for proof that the ideal life is coming. But you can place one hand on your heart and say, tonight, I do not need proof. Tonight, I create peace inside me. This is not giving up. This is training your inner world to stop living as if you are abandoned. You are not abandoned. You are here with yourself. Life is here. Breath is here. A new thought is possible here. Begin inside, gently. Let yourself understand this deeply. Your ideal life cannot take shape in an inner world that keeps rejecting it. If your mind keeps saying, that will never happen for me, then even when good begins to come closer, you may push it away. You may doubt it. You may question it. You may feel unready. You may look for the danger inside the blessing. So before the blessing arrives, the inner climate must become safer. You must become safer to receive, not perfect, safer. A safer inner climate says, good can come to me. A safer inner climate says, I can handle change. A safer inner climate says, I do not need to punish myself to grow. A safer inner climate says, I am allowed to want more and still be kind to where I am. This is what you are building. A climate where love can stay. A climate where peace can grow. A climate where your ideal life feels welcome before it is fully visible. My inner world is becoming peaceful. My thoughts are becoming kind. My life is responding to my new energy. Let that affirmation be simple. My life is responding to my new energy. Notice the words becoming and responding. They are soft words. They do not demand that everything be finished today. They allow movement. They allow growth. They allow you to be human while still changing. You are becoming peaceful. You are becoming kind. Your life is responding, even if slowly, even if quietly, even if the first sign is only that you breathe a little deeper today than you did yesterday. That counts. A calm breath is not a small thing when you have lived in inner war. A softer thought is not a small thing when your mind has been trained to attack. A moment of trust is not a small thing when fear has been loud for years. Do not dismiss small changes. Small changes are how a new climate begins. A storm does not always end in one sudden moment. Sometimes the rain becomes lighter. Then the clouds begin to open. Then one line of light appears. Then the air changes. Then you realize the storm is passing. The same is true inside you. You may not wake up tomorrow feeling fully free, but you may notice one less harsh thought, one softer breath, one kinder sentence, one small pause before panic, one moment where you choose peace instead of the old fight. This is how the ideal life begins to take shape, not by forcing the outer world to obey your fear, but by becoming in turn ally ready for peace. There is another layer to this, and it matters deeply. Your inner climate affects what you notice. When your inner world is full of fear, you notice threats. You notice what is wrong. You notice who has more. You notice what is missing. You notice every delay. You notice every closed door. But when your inner world begins to soften, you notice support. You notice small openings. You notice kind words. You notice your own strength. You notice ideas. You notice the small ways life is already helping you. The world may not have changed completely yet, but your way of seeing begins to change. And when your way of seeing changes, your choices change. When your choices change, your path changes. When your path changes, your life changes. This is why the inner work is not empty. It is not just sitting and wishing. It is the root of new action. A peaceful inner climate helps you move differently. You no longer act only from fear. You no longer say yes only to be loved. You no longer say no only because you are afraid. You no longer chase what keeps hurting you. You no longer reject what could help you. You begin to move with more truth. You begin to feel what is right. You begin to hear your own soul again. Spend 3 minutes each morning choosing the feeling you want to live from. Just 3 minutes. Before the day pulls at you, before the phone tells you who needs what, before the world gives you its noise, choose your inner climate. Place one hand over your heart. Breathe slowly. Ask, what feeling do I want to practice today? Maybe the answer is peace. Maybe it is trust. Maybe it is patience. Maybe it is courage. Maybe it is softness. Maybe it is worthiness. Then say, today I practice peace. Or, today I practice trust. Or, today I practice being kind to myself. Simple words, real words, words your heart can hold. You do not need a complicated ritual. You only need a true moment. A moment where you stop letting the old fear choose the weather inside you. A moment where you remember that you are allowed to set a loving tone for your own life. My dear, the world may still be loud. People may still have opinions. Life may still have tasks. There may still be things that need your care. But you can meet them from a different place. You can pay the bill with breath instead of panic. You can have the conversation with truth instead of shame. You can look in the mirror with softness instead of attack. You can wait for the answer with trust instead of inner collapse. That is an ideal life beginning inside you. Maybe not yet in the form you imagined, but in the energy. And energy is where form begins. Do not be fooled by the smallness of inner shifts. A single new thought, practiced often, can become a new belief. A new belief can become a new choice. A new choice can become a new pattern. A new pattern can become a new life. This is how creation works gently. Inside first, then outside. The inner climate does not change through force. It changes through care. So when fear comes, do not shout at it. Do not say, "I should not feel this." Do not fight the fear and call that healing. Instead, say, "Fear is here, and I choose to bring love here too." That is a powerful sentence. Fear is here, and I choose to bring love here too. This means you do not abandon yourself when fear appears. You do not make fear the king. You do not make fear the enemy. You simply bring a higher energy into the room. Love, breath, presence, a softer word, a calmer hand over the heart. This is how storms pass. Not because you hate them, because you stop becoming them. You are not the storm. You are the sky that can hold the storm. You are the space where weather moves through. You are the awareness that can choose again. So let the storm move. Let the fear speak for a moment, if it must. But do not give it the whole house. Do not hand it the keys to your future. Do not let it decide what is possible. A feeling is not a prophecy. A hard day is not a life sentence. A delay is not a denial. A current reality is not the final shape of your world. The new shape begins inside, quietly, steadily. Now, say this with me in your heart. I am safe to become new. I am safe to feel peace before everything is solved. I am safe to let my ideal life begin inside me. Let your body hear that. You are safe to feel peace before everything is solved. This may feel strange at first. Many people feel guilty when they feel peaceful during a hard season. They think, how can I rest when this problem is still here? But peace does not mean you do not care. Peace means you are no longer letting the problem consume every part of you. You are allowed to rest while life is changing. You are allowed to smile before everything is perfect. You are allowed to feel hope before proof arrives. You are allowed to be gentle with yourself in the middle of the unfinished. This is how you become a home for the good you desire. If you want a life of love, begin by speaking lovingly inside. If you want a life of peace, begin by giving your body peaceful moments. If you want a life of abundance, begin by noticing what is already supporting you. If you want a life of freedom, begin by freeing yourself from one harsh thought. The outer form may take time, but the inner choice can begin now. And the inner choice matters. It is the first light. It is the first shift. It is the beginning of the new climate. So before you ask life to change, ask yourself, what climate am I creating inside me today? Is it a climate where love can grow? Is it a climate where guidance can be heard? Is it a climate where good can enter without being doubted at the door? If not, do not judge yourself. Simply begin again. Begin with the breath. Begin with the heart. Begin with one soft sentence. I am willing to feel safe. I am willing to trust life. I am willing to stop fighting this moment. I am willing to let peace begin in me. These words are simple, but simple words can reach deep places. And this is where your words become powerful, because every word is either building the old life or blessing the new one. Your words are not small. They may feel small because you speak them every day. They may pass through your mouth so quickly that you do not notice them. But words carry energy. Words carry direction. Words tell your mind what to look for. Words tell your body whether it is safe. Words tell life what you are available to receive. So if you want your ideal life to take shape, begin listening to the way you speak to the life you have now. Do you bless it or do you curse it? Do you speak to it with patience or do you attack it? Do you say, "This is changing"? Or do you say, "This will never change"? Do you say, "I am learning"? Or do you say, "I always fail"? My dear, this is not about guilt. This is not about blaming yourself for every sentence you have spoken from pain. We have all spoken from fear. We have all said things we did not truly want to plant. We have all used words against ourselves when we were tired, lonely, worried, or hurt. So be gentle. This is not a punishment. This is an invitation. Place your hand on your throat for a moment if you can. Feel the quiet power there. Feel the place where words form. Feel the breath moving through. This part of you can wound, but it can also bless. It can repeat the old story, but it can also begin a new one. The dry feeling in your throat when you want to cry but keep saying, "I'm fine," is often a sign that truth wants softness. The body knows when words do not match the heart. The body knows when you hide pain under short answers. The body knows when you keep saying, "I'm okay," while inside you are begging for kindness. So today, speak to yourself with more truth, not harsh truth, loving truth. Say, "I am hurting and I am still safe." Say, "I feel unsure and I am still guided." Say, "I do not love this moment, but I am willing to meet it with peace." This is how words become medicine. You are not here to lie to yourself. You are here to stop using your words like stones. You are here to stop throwing them at your own heart. You are here to turn your words into seeds. Every sentence is a seed. Every "I can't" is a seed. Every "I am stuck" is a seed. Every "nothing works for me" is a seed. Every "I am willing" is also a seed. Every "good can come" is a seed. Every "I am learning to trust life" is a seed. The soil of the mind receives what you plant most often. It does not argue. It grows what is repeated. This is why your words matter so much. Not because one fearful sentence ruins your life. No. Do not be afraid of your own humanity, but repeated words become repeated beliefs. Repeated beliefs become repeated choices. Repeated choices become repeated experiences. So if the old words have not brought peace, choose new words, simple words, kind words, words that open. I bless this day. I bless this body. I bless this path. I bless the good that is forming. Let that be your new way of speaking. Not because the day is perfect, not because the body feels perfect, not because the path is clear, but because blessing changes the energy with which you meet them. When you bless something, you stop attacking it. When you bless something, you open a space for healing. When you bless something, you say, I am willing to see this through the eyes of love. Bless your current reality. Bless the room. Bless the body. Bless the money you have now, even if you want more. Bless the work you do now, even if you are ready for better. Bless the heart that has been tired. Bless the past for what it taught you, even if it hurt. Bless the future before it arrives. This does not mean you approve of every hard thing. It means you refuse to let bitterness become your daily prayer. That is important, because complaining can become a prayer too. Worry can become a prayer. Repeated anger can become a prayer. Not because life is punishing you, but because your energy keeps returning to the same place and calling it home. Let your new prayer be blessing. I bless this moment and open to better. Say that slowly. I bless this moment and open to better. This sentence holds both acceptance and desire. It does not fight now. It does not reject better. It stands in the middle with grace. That is the energy you want. Peace with now. Openness to more. Gratitude for what is here. Trust in what is coming. Shame says, I ruined everything. Grace says, I am learning a new way. Shame says, you do not deserve better. Grace says, I was born worthy of love. Shame says, look how long it has taken. Grace says, healing has its own timing. Which voice will you water? This is the garden of your mind. You cannot plant fear all day and expect peace at night. You cannot water shame all morning and expect confidence by evening. But you can begin to plant something new. You can pull one weed gently. You can water one kind thought. You can give one part of your life the sunlight of blessing. Choose 3 new sentences and repeat them today. Only 3. Make them simple. I am safe to change. Good can come from this. I am open to my ideal life taking shape. Use them when the old words return. Use them when you feel tired. Use them when your mind wants to say nothing is working. Use them when you look at your current reality and feel the old fight rising again. Say it again. Let it land. I am safe to change. Good can come from this. I am open to my ideal life taking shape. These words do not have to feel fully true at first. A seed does not look like a tree when you place it in the soil. It is small. It is plain. It does not prove anything yet. But inside it, life is moving. Your new words are like that. At first, they may feel small. The old mind may laugh at them. It may say, "How can a sentence change anything?" But the old mind forgets that every life pattern began as a repeated thought. Every belief began as a sentence that was heard again and again. Every limit was taught through words. Every opening can be taught through words too. So teach yourself gently. Teach your mind that peace is possible. Teach your body that change does not have to be dangerous. Teach your heart that it is safe to want more. Teach your life that you are no longer available for the old fight. I speak to life with love. I speak to myself with patience. My words prepare the way for good. Let this affirmation rest inside you. My words prepare the way for good. That means every kind sentence matters. Every blessing matters. Every time you stop yourself before speaking harshly to your own heart, you are preparing the way. Every time you choose a word of hope instead of a word of defeat, you are preparing the way. Every time you say, "I am learning," instead of "I failed," you are preparing the way. The way is prepared through practice, and practice can be simple. When you wake up, bless the day before judging it. Say, "I bless this day," and open to good. When you see your face, bless your reflection before criticizing it. Say, "I am willing to love you more today." When you think of money, bless what you have before fearing what you do not have. Say, "I bless the money that comes, the money that goes, and the good that is growing." When you think of your dream, bless the timing before calling it late. Say, "My good is forming in ways I may not yet see." When you feel fear, bless the frightened part of you. Say, "You are safe with me." These words are not complicated. They are not hard. They are simple enough to live with. That matters because spiritual truth must be usable in daily life. It must help you when you are washing dishes. It must help you when you are lying awake. It must help you when you are in a line, in a room, in a quiet moment, in a tired body. It must help you when the mind becomes loud. The words must be able to find you there. So keep them simple. I bless this. I choose peace. I am willing. Life can help me. Good is forming. My ideal life is taking shape. Do you feel how those words soften the energy? They do not deny. They do not force. They do not shout. They open, receive, again. There is something tender to understand here. You cannot create your ideal life while punishing yourself for the life you have now. This is why your words must become kind. If you speak to yourself like an enemy, even success will feel unsafe. If you call yourself behind every day, even progress will look too small. If you call your life a failure every morning, you will not easily notice the new good forming in the afternoon. So stop using words as proof against yourself. Stop saying, "I always ruin things." Say, "I am learning to choose better." Stop saying, "Nothing good happens to me." Say, "I am opening to good in expected and unexpected ways." Stop saying, "I am stuck." Say, "I am being shown my next step." Stop saying, "I hate my life." Say, "I am ready to meet my life with love and allow it to change." These replacement sentences matter because they give the mind a new path. The mind follows familiar roads. If the road of fear is the one you walk every day, it becomes easy to find. If the road of trust is new, you may need to walk it again and again. That is fine. Walk it gently. Walk it daily. Walk it with patience. One day, trust will feel more natural than panic. One day, blessing will come before blame. One day, you will hear yourself speak kindly and realize you are no longer the same person who lived inside constant war. That day begins with this sentence: "I am willing to speak differently." Say it now. I am willing to speak differently. When you speak differently, you think differently. When you think differently, you feel differently. When you feel differently, you choose differently. And when you choose differently, life begins to arrange itself around a new pattern. This is not instant magic. It is daily creation. And daily creation is powerful. The garden does not bloom because you stare at it once. It blooms because it is tended. It is watered. It is given light. The weeds are noticed. The soil is cared for. The seed is protected. Your mind is the same. Protect the new words. Do not let the old world pull them out too soon. Do not say an affirmation once and then spend the next 10 hours speaking against it. Do not bless your life in the morning and curse it all afternoon. If you do not shame yourself. Just notice. Return. Choose again. That is the practice. Notice. Return. Choose again. Let today be a day of new words. Let today be a day of soft speech. Let today be a day where your mouth becomes a doorway for love. Say, "I bless where I am. I bless where I am going. I bless the bridge between the two." This is a beautiful way to speak to your reality. It does not reject the present. It does not forget the future. It blesses the bridge. And you are on Hat Bridge now. You are between what was and what is becoming. You are between the old fight and the new peace. You are between the current reality and the ideal life taking shape. This middle place can feel uncomfortable, but it is sacred. It is where the old words are being replaced. It is where the old energy is being cleared. It is where the new life is learning your name. So speak as if the new life can hear you. Speak as if your body can hear you, because it can. Speak as if your heart can hear you, because it can. Speak as if life can hear you, because it does. Not in fear, in love. Say, I am ready to live differently. Say, I am ready to think differently. Say, I am ready to receive differently. Say, I am ready to bless the life I have while welcoming the life I desire. This is not hard vocabulary. This is not complicated teaching. This is simple truth. What you repeat, you strengthen. What you bless, you soften. What you speak with love, you invite to heal. So let your words become helpers. Let them become warm hands around your heart. Let them become seeds of a better life. Let them become signs to your own mind that the war is ending. Before moving deeper, take one breath and speak one blessing over your life as it is. Maybe you say, I bless this moment. Maybe you say, I bless my healing. Maybe you say, I bless the good that is coming. Maybe you say, I bless myself right here. Any of these is enough, because the blessing is not about perfect words. It is about a new energy, and that new energy is already beginning. You cannot hate yourself into a better life. You cannot shame yourself into peace. You cannot punish yourself into becoming whole. This is one of the most important truths on this path, my dear. If your current reality has made you feel disappointed, embarrassed, late, stuck, or not enough, it may be tempting to turn against yourself. You may look at where you are and say, I should have known better. I should have done more. I should be further ahead. I should not still be dealing with this. But every should can become a stone in the heart. And you have carried enough stones. Place one hand on your heart and one hand on your belly if you can. Let your body know it is not in trouble. Let your breath move slowly under your hands. Feel the warmth. Feel the gentle rise and fall. You do not have to earn kindness. You can give it to yourself now, right here. No more waiting. The place where you are today is not proof that you failed as a soul. It is not proof that you are unworthy. It is not proof that life forgot you. It is simply the place where your next healing begins. That is all. A starting place is not a sentence against you. It is a place to begin. The mirror shows where you are. It does not condemn who you are. Remember that when you look at your loin, remember that when you look at your body, remember that when you look at your home, your work, your money, your relationships, your habits, your past choices, they may show you something. They may reveal what needs care. They may show you where healing is asking to enter. But they do not have the right to define your worth. You are worthy before the change. You are worthy during the change. You are worthy after the change. Worthiness is not a prize waiting at the end of self-improvement. It is the truth you begin from. The moment you forget this, growth becomes punishment. You try to change because you believe you are bad. You try to improve because you believe you are not enough. You try to manifest because you believe your current self is unacceptable. And that energy hurts. It may push you for a while, but it will not give you peace. Love gives peace. Love gives strength. Love gives patience. Love helps you rise without attacking the place you are rising from. Think of the moment you look in the mirror and your face feels tired before the day has begun. Maybe you see lines, heaviness, sadness, or a version of yourself you do not know how to love that day. The old voice may come quickly. It may say, "Look at you. You should be better by now." It may judge your face, your body, your age, your path, your choices. That is the moment to pause. Not to fight the voice, to choose another one. Look gently, even for 10 seconds. Just 10 seconds with kinder eyes. You do not have to love everything you see right away. Just stop attacking. Let your eyes become softer. Let your face be a face that has lived, carried, tried, cried, hoped, and continued. Let yourself see a human being, not a project to criticize. Say, "I am willing to see you with love." That is mirror work, not performance, not perfection. A moment of truth, a moment of kindness, a moment where you stop using your reflection as a place for punishment. I do not shame myself into healing. I do not blame myself into peace. I do not hate myself into a better life. Let those words become strong in you, because shame can sound very convincing. It may tell you that if you are hard on yourself, you will finally change. It may tell you that if you punish yourself enough, you will finally become worthy. It may tell you that kindness will make you lazy, weak, or careless. But shame lies. Shame does not create true change. It creates fear. It creates hiding. It creates inner pressure. It may force action, but it does not create freedom. It may make you move, but it does not help you feel safe in your own life. Kindness is different. Kindness does not mean you avoid responsibility. Kindness means you take responsibility without cruelty. Kindness says, "Yes, I see what needs to change, and I will not destroy myself while changing it." That is mature love. That is healing. That is power. The inner critic says, "You should be further ahead." The higher self says, "You are allowed to grow from here." The inner critic says, "Look at all the time you wasted." The higher self says, "Nothing is wasted when it teaches you to love yourself more." The inner critic says, "You are too late." The higher self says, "This moment is still alive." The inner critic says, "You are not enough." The higher self says, "You are enough and you are still becoming." Which voice feels like home? Which voice gives you breath? Which voice helps you rise? You already know. No more. Kindness now. Enough. The fight against your current reality often becomes a fight against yourself. That is why it hurts so deeply. You think you are angry at the situation, but underneath, you may be angry at yourself for being in it. You think you are fighting the delay, but underneath, you may be blaming yourself for not being somewhere else. You think you are fighting the outer life, but the deepest wound is that you have stopped standing beside yourself. Come back. Stand beside yourself again. You are the one who needs your love the most right now. Not the future version of you, not the healed version, not the successful version, not the version who has everything sorted out. You, here, now, the tired one, the unsure one, the one who still worries, the one who wants more, the one who is trying to believe again. This self needs love now. Do not make yourself wait until you are easier to approve of. That is not love. Love begins here. I forgive myself for judging my path. I am not behind. I am growing from here. Say it slowly. I am growing from here. Not from some perfect place. From here, this room, this breath, this body, this chapter, this life as it is today. You are growing from here. That means here has value. Here is not wasted. Here is not outside the plan. Here is not a wrong place. Here is the soil of your becoming. A seed does not shame the soil it begins in. It uses it. It draws from it. It lets the dark place become part of the growth. It does not say, I cannot become a flower because I started underground. It simply begins. You can begin too, even if your beginning feels quiet, even if it feels late, even if no one else sees it. The soul sees, life sees. Your body feels every kind word. Your heart receives every moment of mercy. Self-punishment can become a habit. You may not even notice how often you do it. You make a small mistake and call yourself foolish. You rest and call yourself lazy. You need help and call yourself weak. You feel sad and call yourself dramatic. You try again and call yourself hopeless before you even begin. These little attacks add up. They become the air inside you. And then you wonder why you feel tired. My dear, of course you feel tired if you have been living with a voice that never lets you be human. Let yourself be human. Let yourself be learning. Let yourself be unfinished without being unloved. This is one of the deepest freedoms. I can be unfinished and still be worthy of love. Say that. I can be unfinished and still be worthy of love. Again, I can be unfinished and still be worthy of love. Let the body soften around that truth. Let the belly release. Let the heart rest. Let the face become gentle. You do not need to hold yourself so tightly. You are allowed to be in process. You are allowed to not know. You are allowed to need time. You are allowed to begin again without making the past your enemy. This does not mean you ignore what you want to change. It means you change from love instead of self-attack. If you want to care for your body, do it because your body deserves love, not because your body is wrong. If you want to improve your money, do it because you deserve peace and support, not because you are ashamed. If you want to heal a pattern, do it because your heart is ready for freedom, not because you hate the person you have been. If you want to create your ideal life, do it because life is calling you forward, not because you cannot stand yourself here. The energy matters. The same action can come from two very different places. You can clean a room while saying, "I am disgusting. I should have done this sooner." Or you can clean a room while saying, "I deserve a space that supports me." You can look for work while saying, "I am a failure." Or you can look for work while saying, "I am opening to a place where my gifts are welcomed." You can save money while saying, "I never have enough." Or you can save money while saying, "I am learning to care for my future." The action may look similar outside, but inside, one path wounds you and one path heals you. Choose the healing path again and again. Before we go deeper, there is something tender to understand. You cannot receive guidance clearly while you are punishing yourself loudly. Guidance is gentle. It often comes like a soft nudge, a quiet knowing, a simple next step. But shame is noisy. Shame shouts. Shame repeats. Shame takes up the whole room. When shame is loud, guidance becomes hard to hear. So if you want to hear life, lower the voice of self-punishment. Tell the inner critic, "You may be afraid, but you do not get to lead." Tell your heart, "I am listening now." Tell your body, "You are safe with me." Tell your path, "I bless you, even though I do not understand every turn." This creates space, and in that space, guidance can enter. The next shift is powerful. Once you stop blaming yourself, you can finally receive guidance without fear. You see and ask, "What is the next loving step?" without expecting the answer to attack you. You can look at your life honestly without turning honesty into cruelty. You can see what needs care without calling yourself broken. This is important. You are not broken. You are learning. You are not behind. You are becoming. You are not being punished. You are being invited back into love. Let that sentence stay with you. You are being invited back into love. Sometimes the current reality looks like a problem, but underneath it is an invitation to stop abandoning yourself, an invitation to stop waiting for outside approval, an invitation to change the way you speak to your own heart, an invitation to build a life that matches love, not fear. Your ideal life is not only about what you get. It is about who you become while opening to it. Do you become kinder, Do you become more honest? Do you become more peaceful? Do you become more trusting? Do you become someone who no longer leaves yourself in hard moments? That is the real shape of the new life. The outer blessings will matter. Yes, they will be beautiful, but they will be able to stay because the inner home has become safer. You are building that inner home now, with every kind word, with every soft breath, with every moment you refuse to shame yourself, with every 10 seconds of looking at yourself with kinder eyes. Try it in your heart now. Imagine standing before a mirror. Do not search for what is wrong. Look for the one who has survived. Look for the one who is still here. Look for the one who wants to love better. Look for the one who is tired of fighting. Say, I see you. I forgive you. I am willing to love you here. Let those words be enough. Maybe emotion rises. Let it rise. Tears are not failure. Tears are often the body releasing the pressure of being strong for too long. If you feel nothing, that is fine too. Numbness can be a place where warmth has not yet returned. Do not force anything. Just keep offering kindness. The heart knows the way back. Slowly, softly, with patience. There is no need to punish yourself for not healing faster. That would only be another form of the old pattern. Healing is not a race. Self-love is not a test. You are not trying to earn a perfect score from the universe. You are learning how to live with yourself in a more loving way. That is enough for today. If the thought comes, but I made mistakes, answer, I am allowed to learn. If the thought comes, but I wasted time, answer, I can begin from this moment. If the thought comes, but others are ahead, answer, my path belongs to me. If the thought comes, but what if I never change? Answer, I am changing every time I choose love. These are new mirror thoughts. Let them become familiar. Let them become the voice that meets you when the old critic treating. Ease to return. You do not need to win an argument with the inner critic. You only need to stop believing it is the only voice. The higher self is also speaking. Love is also speaking. Life is also speaking. And love will always tell you the truth without destroying you. Love may say, this habit is hurting you, but love will not say, you are hopeless. Love may say, this choice is no longer right, but love will not say, you are bad. Love may say, it is time to grow, but love will not say, you are unworthy until you do. Learn the sound of love. It is honest, but it is gentle. It is clear, but it is kind. It guides. It does not shame. Let that be the voice you follow as your ideal life takes shape. Because the life you truly want cannot be built on self-hate. It must be built on self-respect. It must be built on self-trust. It must be built on the quiet knowing that you are worthy of good now, even while you are still growing. Say this with your whole heart if you can. I am worthy before anything changes. I am kind to myself as I grow. I allow love to lead me from here. From here. That is the sacred phrase. Not from the perfect place, not from the finished place. From here. You can rise from here. You can heal from here. You can begin from here. You can bless from here. You can open from here. You can stop fighting your current reality from here. And once you stop using this moment as a reason to punish yourself, this moment can become a place of power, a place of return, a place of new choice, a place where your heart says, I am done being cruel to myself. That is a holy moment. That is a beginning. That is how the new life starts to recognize you, not because you became perfect, because you became loving. And love is the true beginning of everything you are calling in. You do not need to know the whole path today. You only need to know the next loving step. That is where peace begins again, my dear. Not in forcing the future to explain itself. Not in trying to see every turn before you move. Not in staying awake at night, asking your mind to solve a life that your soul is still learning how to live. You only need the next step. One breath is enough to begin. One honest thought is enough to begin. One small act of love is enough to begin. Feel your feet for a moment. Even if you are lying down, imagine the ground beneath you holding you. Imagine life under you, steady and quiet. You are not floating alone in emptiness. You are held by this moment. You are held by the breath. You are held by something deeper than fear. Let your body feel that. You are held. You are not required to carry the whole future in your chest. The quiet pressure in your stomach when you try to plan the next 5 years in one night is not guidance. It is fear asking for a full map. It is the mind trying to control every door, every road, every person, every answer, every result. It wants to know everything now because it believes knowing everything will make you safe. But safety does not come from knowing everything. Safety comes from trusting yourself to meet the next step. Life rarely gives the whole staircase at once. It gives one step, then another, and the light moves with you. You may want the full road to be clear before you begin, but often the road becomes clear because you begin. One step is enough. One breath is enough. One honest choice is enough. Say that gently inside. One honest choice is enough. You may be standing in a season where many things feel unclear. Maybe you do not know what to do about love. Maybe you do not know what to do about money. Maybe you do not know whether to stay, leave, start, stop, speak, wait, rest, or move. Maybe your mind has been trying to force a decision before your heart feels ready. So pause. Do not ask, how do I fix my whole life? Ask, what is my next peaceful step? This question has a softer energy. It does not scare the body. It does not demand the impossible. It does not make you feel small. It brings the mind back to what is near, simple, and possible. What is my next peaceful step? Maybe the next peaceful step is drinking water. Maybe it is answering one message. Maybe it is closing your eyes for 5 minutes. Maybe it is writing down what you feel. Maybe it is telling the truth. Maybe it is not answering right away. Maybe it is cleaning one small corner of the room. Maybe it is saying no. Maybe it is saying yes. Maybe it is asking for help. Maybe it is doing nothing until the body calms. The next step does not have to impress anyone. It only has to be honest. Panic says, I need to know everything now. Trust says, show me the next loving step. Panic says, decide quickly or everything will fall apart. Trust says, breathe first, then listen. Panic says, if you cannot see the whole path, you are lost. Trust says, the next step is enough light for today. My dear, you are not lost just because you cannot see the whole path. You may be in a sacred pause. You may be in a place where life is asking you to stop rushing past your own wisdom. You may be in a season where your soul is learning to listen more deeply than before. Not all pauses are delays. Some pauses are protection. Some pauses are preparation. Some pauses are places where your old way of moving becomes too heavy and your new way has not fully formed yet. That does not mean nothing is happening. It means something quieter is happening. Something inside you is learning how to be guided without panic. I do not need the whole path today. I am guided one step at a time. The next right step is showing its elf. Let those words bring the future closer without making it heavy. The next right step is showing itself, not the whole path, not the perfect answer, not every result, just the next right step. There is such mercy in living this way. You stop asking your mind to do what it cannot do. The mind can plan, compare, remember, and imagine, but it cannot always know what the soul knows. It cannot always see what life is arranging. It cannot always understand timing, healing, or the hidden ways good is moving toward you. So let the mind serve. Do not let it rule. Let the mind make a list when needed. Let it remember the appointment. Let it help with the task. Let it organize the day. But do not make the fearful mind the master of your destiny. Let love lead. Let peace lead. Let the body's quiet wisdom speak. Let the soul whisper, one step, not all, just this. When you have spent a long time fighting your current reality, guidance can feel hard to hear, not because guidance has left you, but because the inner fight has been too loud. When you are arguing with life, you may not hear life. When you are blaming yourself, you may not hear the next gentle instruction. When you are demanding a full answer, you may miss the small one being offered. So the practice is simple. Soften first, then listen. Soften the jaw, soften the hands, soften the belly, soften the story. Then ask, what is mine to do now? Not, what is everyone else doing? Not, what should my life look like by now? Not, how do I catch up? Ask, what is mine to do now? This returns you to your own path. Your path may not look like anyone else's path. It may be slower in some places and faster in others. It may turn where others go straight. It may ask you to learn something deep before it gives you something big. It may lead you through a quiet room before it opens a wide door. Do not shame the shape of your path. The path belongs to you, and because it belongs to you, it will speak to you in ways your heart can learn to understand. Sometimes guidance feels like peace. Sometimes it feels like relief. Sometimes it feels like a quiet yes. Sometimes it feels like a gentle no. Sometimes it feels like repeated thought that comes back without fear. Sometimes it feels like a simple idea that makes your body breathe. Guidance does not always come with drama. It may come as the smallest, honest knowing. Call this person, rest today, apply now. Wait, write it down, let this go, tell the truth, begin again. Simple, clear, kind. That is often how life speaks. The mind may want thunder, but the soul often gives a whisper. So become quiet enough to hear the whisper. Ask one question tonight. What is my next peaceful step? Just one question. Do not ask 10. Do not make it a test. Do not force the answer. Ask gently, then let the answer rise. Maybe it comes right away. Maybe it comes in the morning. Maybe it comes while you are washing your hands, walking across the room, or sitting in stillness. Maybe it comes as a feeling in the body. Let life answer in its own way. You do not need to chase the answer. You need to become available to it. There is a great difference. Chasing feels tight. Availability feels open. Chasing says, I must know now. Availability says, I am ready to be shown. Chasing makes the body tense. Availability lets the body listen. So today, become available. Say, life, show me the next step. Say, I am willing to be guided. Say, I do not need to force what is meant to unfold. This is not weakness. This is partnership. You are not sitting back with no care. You are walking with life instead of trying to drag life behind you. Think of a bridge. When you stand at one side, you may not see what is far beyond the other end. You may see only the beginning, but the bridge does not ask you to fly. It only asks you to take the next step, one foot, then the next. The bridge holds as you move. Life is like that. The support appears as you walk. The knowing becomes clearer as you move. The courage grows because you take one step, not because you wait until fear disappears forever. So do not demand fearless action. Choose loving action. Do not demand perfect clarity. Choose the clearest, gentle step you can see. Do not demand a future without uncertainty. Choose to trust yourself inside uncertainty. That is how your ideal life begins to take shape in real life, not just in thought. It begins when your inner peace becomes a simple action. It begins when the kind thought becomes a kind choice. It begins when the new energy becomes a new habit. This may be small. Small does not mean weak. A small key can open a large door. A small step can begin a long journey. A small, honest choice can change the direction of a life. The mind often dismisses small steps because it wants big proof. It wants the whole life to transform overnight so it can finally relax. But deep change often moves in quiet layers. It asks you to honor the small things because the small things become your pattern. One calm morning, one truthful sentence, one bill paid with breath, one boundary spoken with love, one day without attacking yourself, one decision made from peace instead of panic. These are not small in the soul. They are building blocks. They are the bridge. They are the path forming under your feet. And when you learn to follow one peaceful step, your energy begins to become magnetic because you are no longer scattered in 10 directions. You are no longer fighting yesterday, fearing tomorrow, and rejecting today all at once. You are here. You are breathing. You are asking for the next step and listening for the answer that makes your energy clear. Clear energy is powerful. Clear energy can receive. Clear energy can notice what belongs. Clear energy can say no to what drains. Clear energy can say yes when the right door opens. So let this be your practice. Come back to the next step. When the mind runs far ahead, come back. When fear says you must solve everything tonight, come back. When shame says you are late, come back. When comparison says you should be somewhere else, come back. Come back to the step in front of you. Come back to the breath. Come back to the heart. Come back to the simple question, what is my next peaceful step? I am guided in simple ways. I trust the step in front of me. Life meets me as I move with love. Let that be enough for this part of the path. You are not asked to become a new person in 1 hour. You are not asked to have perfect faith every day. You are not asked to never feel fear again. You are asked only to return again and again to the next loving step. That is how a life changes. not always with one giant leap, but with many small returns to love. The life you want is not only something you reach for, it is something you become available for. This does not mean you must be perfect before good can come. It does not mean you must heal every wound, clear every fear, or never have a sad day. Life does not ask for perfection. Love does not ask for perfection. The universe does not wait for you to become flawless before it blesses you. But your energy does matter. The state you live in most often becomes the door through which life meets you. If you live most often in fear, you may keep looking for danger. If you live most often in lack, you may keep noticing what is missing. If you live most often in self-blame, you may keep pushing away the good that wants to reach you. Not because you are bad, not because you are being punished, but because your inner world has been trained to expect struggle. And what you expect, you often prepare for. What you prepare for, you often notice. What you notice, you often choose from. So the work is not to force life. The work is to become a match for peace, love, and new good. Breathe into your heart now. Imagine your whole body becoming lighter, not empty, not weak, just lighter, as if some old weight is no longer needed. Let the breath move through the chest. Let the shoulders soften. Let the hands open, receive, allow. You are not chasing your ideal life now. You are becoming someone who can receive it with peace. This is a different energy. Chasing says, I do not have it, and I am afraid I never will. Receiving says, I am open to what belongs to me. Chasing feels tight. Receiving feels spacious. Chasing makes the body lean and forward in hunger. Receiving lets the body rest in trust. This does not mean you do nothing. It means you act from a different state. You still take steps. You still make choices. You still care. But you no longer move from panic. You move from alignment. Alignment means your thoughts, words, feelings, and actions begin to face the same direction. You say you want peace, and you practice peaceful thoughts. You say you want love, and you speak to yourself with love. You say you want abundance, and you begin noticing support. You say you want freedom, and you stop feeding the old fight. That is how you become a match, not by pretending, by practicing. I am available for peace. I am available for love. I am available for new good. Let these words become a quiet opening in you. I am available. That is a powerful phrase. It does not beg. It does not force. It does not demand. It opens the door. When you say, I am available for peace, you are telling your mind that peace is welcome here. When you say, I am available for love, you are telling your heart that it does not have to stay closed. When you say, I am available for new good, you are telling life that you are ready to notice blessings in forms you may not have planned. This is very important because good does not always arrive in the shape you expected. Sometimes good arrives as an ending. Sometimes good arrives as a pause. Sometimes good arrives as a new idea. Sometimes good arrives as a person leaving. Sometimes good arrives as a person entering. Sometimes good arrives as the courage to say no. Sometimes good arrives as the softness to say yes. If your mind is too fixed on one shape, you may miss the blessing. So become available to good in many forms. Say, I am open to good in expected and unexpected ways. This sentence softens control. It tells life, I trust that you may know a way I have not imagined. The warmth of the cup you forgot to drink because your mind was too busy worrying can become a teacher. Pick it up in your imagination now. Feel the warmth in your hands. Notice how often life gives small comfort, but worry pulls your attention away. The cup is there. The warmth is there. The simple support is there. But the mind is far away, living inside fear. Come back. Come back to the warmth. Come back to what is here. Come back to the support already present. This is how abundance begins to feel real again, not by waiting for something huge, by noticing where life is already giving. Air, water, a place to sit, a body that breathes, a heart that still hopes, a small moment of quiet, a word that comforts, a chance to begin again. Lack says, nothing good comes to me. Abundance says, good can reach me in ways I have not imagined. Lack says, there is not enough. Abundance says, I am learning to see what is already flowing. Lack says, I am forgotten. Abundance says, life knows where I am. Which voice do you want to become familiar with? This does not mean you deny practical needs. If you need money, you need money. If you need healing, you need healing. If you need support, you need support. Spirituality is not about pretending needs do not exist. It is about meeting those needs from a state of worth instead of fear. You can say, I need more support, without saying, I am unsupported. You can say, I am ready for more money, without saying, I am poor and powerless. You can say, I desire love, without saying, I am incomplete. You can say, I want change, without saying, my life is wrong. Feel how different that is. The first way opens. The second way collapses. You are learning to open. Practice 90 seconds of feeling already supported. Just 90 seconds. Close the eyes if you wish. Let the breath slow down. Imagine that life is not against you. Imagine that life is standing beside you. Imagine that the next step is already forming. Imagine that the help you need can find you. Imagine that your ideal life is not running away from you. It is slowly taking shape as you become ready to meet it. Do not force the feeling. Invite it. A forced feeling is another kind of fight. A welcomed feeling is a doorway. For 90 seconds, you are not trying to prove anything. You are simply practicing the state of support. The body may not trust it right away. That is fine. The heart may feel unsure. That is fine. The mind may wander. That is fine. Return. I am supported. Return again. Life can help me. Return again. Good is finding its way to me. This is practice, and practice becomes familiar. Familiar becomes natural. Natural becomes the way you live. I am becoming a match for peace. I am becoming a match for love. I am becoming a match for the life that is calling me. The life that is calling me. Let that phrase open something. Your ideal life is not just something you are calling toward yourself. It is also calling you. It is asking you to become softer, clearer, more honest, more loving, more willing. It is asking you to stop living in the energy of the old story while praying for a new one. It is asking you to match it. If your ideal life is peaceful, where can you practice peace today? If your ideal life is loving, where can you practice love today? If your ideal life is abundant, where can you practice trust and gratitude today? If your ideal life is free, where can you release one old fight today? This is not about pretending you already have everything. It is about becoming the kind of inner home where those blessings belong. A loving life will not feel at home in a heart that attacks itself all day. A peaceful life will not feel at home in a mind that practices panic all day. An abundant life will not feel at home in a spirit that refuses to notice any support. So you prepare the home. Inside, you sweep the room of the mind with kind words. You open the windows of the heart with forgiveness. You set the table with trust. You light the lamp with gratitude. And then you say, good is welcome here. Good is welcome here. Say that. Good is welcome here. You do not need to shout it. Whisper it. Let it be simple. Let it be true enough for this moment. Good is welcome here. This next part matters deeply because many people open for a moment and then close again when life changes slowly. They say an affirmation, feel peace for a little while, and then look around. If the outer world has not changed fast enough, they close. They say, see, nothing works. They return to the old fight. They decide trust was foolish. They punish themselves for hoping. But my dear, a seed does not become a tree because you looked at it for one day. A new energy needs practice. A new belief needs care. A new life needs space to form. Do not open for one moment and then close because the whole world did not change by evening. Stay open, gently, not with strain, with trust. If you close, open again. If fear returns, breathe again. If doubt speaks, answer with love again. If you forget, remember again. There is no failure in returning. Returning is the path. You become a match for your ideal life by returning to its energy again and again. Peace, love, trust, worthiness, openness, gratitude. These are not just ideas. They are states you can practice until they become more natural than the old struggle. And every time you practice them, your choices shift. You may stop chasing people who do not meet you with care. You may stop saying yes when your heart means no. You may stop speaking as if life is always against you. You may stop holding on to the story that your best days are behind you. You may stop calling yourself unlucky, broken, late, or forgotten. These are not small changes. They change what you allow. They change what you reach for. They change what you walk away from. They change what you receive. When you become a match for peace, chaos loses some of its pull. When you become a match for love, coldness feels less normal. When you become a match for abundance, constant lack no longer feels like your identity. When you become a match for your ideal life, the old life begins to feel too tight. That is not because you hate it. It is because you have outgrown it. And when something is outgrown, you do not need to fight it forever. You bless what it taught you. You take the next step. You move with love. Say, I bless the old pattern. I release the old fight. I am ready for a new way. Let those words be calm. The old pattern may have protected you once. It may have helped you survive. Worry may have made you feel prepared. Control may have made you feel safe. Self-blame may have made you feel like you were taking responsibility. But now you are learning something higher. Peace can guide you. Trust can protect you. Love can lead you. You do not need to stay loyal to the habits that made you tired. You can be grateful for how you survived and still choose a new way to live. That is growth. That is alignment. That is becoming a match for the life you want. Do not ask, where is my ideal life? With panic, ask, where can I practice its energy today? With love. Can you practice peace while waiting? Can you practice worthiness while beginning? Can you practice trust while not knowing? Can you practice gratitude while still desiring more? Can you practice openness while the answer is forming? These practices call your energy back from the old fight and place it into the new life. This is how form begins, quietly, inside, then around you. The more often you live in the energy of the life you desire, the more natural it becomes to notice, choose, and receive what belongs to that life. You are not pretending. You are preparing. You are not escaping reality. You are creating from a higher reality inside you. And as you practice, your current reality no longer feels like a prison. It becomes the ground where your new energy takes root. It becomes the place where you learn to be peaceful before the answer, worthy before the proof, open before the door. grateful before the full harvest. That is powerful. That is magnetic. That is how your ideal life begins to recognize you. Do not be discouraged if your new life is taking shape slowly. Slow does not mean nothing is happening. A sunrise does not arrive all at once. First there is darkness, then a thin line of light. Then the sky begins to change color. Then shapes appear. Then what was hidden becomes visible. The whole world changes, but it changes gently. Your life may be doing the same. Let your eyes soften, even if they are closed. Let the forehead smooth. Let the body feel the message of morning, even if it is not morning where you are. Imagine the first quiet light in the room before the world becomes noisy. That soft light does not fight the dark. It simply comes, slowly, still real. Keep going. Your ideal life may be taking shape in ways that do not yet look dramatic. Maybe the first sign is not a new home, new love, new money, or new answer. Maybe the first sign is that you no longer speak to yourself as harshly. Maybe the first sign is that you breathe before reacting. Maybe the first sign is that you do not chase what once made you feel small. Maybe the first sign is that you can sit with the present moment without needing to attack it. That is change. That is light. Do not dismiss it because it is quiet. Many people miss their own growth because they are looking only for big proof. They want life to show them something huge before they believe anything is moving. But the soul often changes before the schedule changes. The energy changes before the form changes. The inner posture changes before the outer doorway opens. Maybe it is already changing. Maybe it is already opening. Maybe it is already coming together. Let those words comfort you. Maybe it is already coming together. You may not be able to see it yet because some things form behind the scenes. Roots grow underground before leaves appear. Dawn begins before the whole sky is bright. Healing starts before the body feels completely strong. Peace begins before the problem fully leaves. Do not call the hidden stage empty. It may be sacred. The mind says, I cannot see results. Faith says, small light is still light. The mind says, it is taking too long. Faith says, formation is still movement. The mind says, nothing has changed. Faith says, I have changed, and that matters. This is important. You may be looking at the same room, the same work, the same bank account, the same situation, and thinking nothing has changed. But look again more gently. Are you breathing differently? Are you thinking differently? Are you responding differently? Are you beginning to notice the old patterns sooner? Are you kinder to yourself than before? Are you more aware? Are you more willing? That is not nothing. That is the foundation of everything. A life changes because a person changes. A person changes because thoughts change, words change, choices change, and energy changes. These inner shifts may seem invisible at first, but they are the quiet builders of the outer life. Trust the slow shape. Trust the small beginning. Trust the tender signs. My ideal life is taking shape in perfect time. I trust the small beginnings. I welcome the good I cannot see yet. Let that affirmation open your heart without rushing it. I welcome the good I cannot see yet. That is faith, not blind faith, living faith. Faith that says, I may not have the full proof today, but I can still practice peace. I can still bless the path. I can still make loving choices. I can still trust that life is moving in ways beyond my sight. The new life may be forming through what you are learning to release. Every time you stop fighting your current reality, space opens. Every time you bless this moment, bitterness softens. Every time you choose kinder words, the old pattern weakens. Every time you ask for the next peaceful step, guidance becomes easier to hear. Every time you stop punishing yourself, love becomes easier to receive. Can you see it? Your ideal life is not only arriving, it is being shaped through you, through your breath, through your words. Rough your choices, through your willingness to return to peace. This is why patience matters. Not the kind of patience that feels like helpless waiting, a deeper patience, a living patience, a patience that still takes the next step, still speaks kindly, still opens the heart, still trusts the hidden work. Patience says, I do not need to dig up the seed every day to see if it is growing. Patience says, I can water what I have planted. Patience says, I trust the unseen stage. The unseen stage can feel hard because the old mind wants proof. It wants evidence. It wants life to show the full picture now. But life often gives evidence in pieces, a kind message, a sudden idea, a lighter morning, a small chance, a peaceful feeling where fear used to be, a clear no, a brave yes. Notice 5 small signs of good this week, just 5. Do not make them huge, let them be simple. A moment when your body relaxed, a helpful word, a bill paid, a quiet cup of tea, a breath that felt easy, a smile, a clean space, a new idea, a moment of not giving up. These signs matter because they train your mind to see movement. When the mind sees movement, it stops declaring that nothing is happening. When it stops declaring that nothing is happening, the body softens. When the body softens, you become more available to more good. This is how trust grows, gently, through noticing, through blessing, through allowing the small lights to count. My dear, your new life may not be late. It may be forming. You may be in the part where the old structure is loosening and the new one is not fully visible yet. That middle place can feel uncomfortable. It can feel like nothing is solid. It can feel like you are between two worlds. But being between two worlds is not failure. It is transition. The old way is losing power. The new way is gaining life. The old voice is not as strong as it was. The new voice is becoming clearer. The old fight is tiring you less because you are no longer feeding it in the same way. The new peace is becoming more familiar. This is progress. Honor it. There is a time when dawn is not dark, but not fully bright either. That is still morning. That is still light coming. That is still the world changing. You may be in that dawn. Do not turn back because it is not noon yet. Do not call the sunrise false because the sky is only beginning to glow. Stay with the light. Before the full change appears, you may be asked to live like someone who trusts the light. This means you speak differently before the result. You breathe differently before the proof. You choose differently before the world applauds. You treat yourself differently before every outer detail has caught up. That is how you show life you are ready for the new shape. You become steady in the new energy. You stop letting every delay pull you back into the old war. You stop saying, "It is not working," just because it is not finished. A cake in the oven is not failing because it is not ready after 1 minute. A flower under soil is not failing because it has not broken through yet. A sunrise is not failing because the first light is pale. Formation takes time, and time can be holy. It can prepare you. It can mature the dream. It can clear what does not belong. It can strengthen your trust. It can help you become the person who can hold the blessing with peace. If everything arrived when you were still in fear, you might not know how to receive it. You might doubt it, rush it, cling to it, or push it away. So sometimes life shapes you while it shapes the blessing. The two happen together. Your life is taking shape, and you are taking shape too. This is not punishment. This is preparation. Say, "I trust what is forming. I trust who I am becoming. I trust the quiet work of life." Let these words be like dawn inside you. The quiet work of life is often the most powerful work. You may not see all of it, but that does not mean it is not real. You do not see your heart beating, yet it carries you. You do not see the breath before it enters, yet it comes. You do not see seeds opening underground, yet gardens bloom. Life knows how to work in hidden places. Trust the hidden places. Trust the soft beginning. Trust the slow shape. If doubt rises, do not fight doubt. Speak to it gently. Say, "I hear you. but I am choosing trust today. If impatience rises, do not shame it. Say, I know you want proof. Let us look for small signs. If sadness rises, do not push it away. Say, you are allowed to be here, and I will not let you decide the whole future. This is how you stay open while life forms. You do not have to be joyful every second. You do not have to be perfectly positive. You do not have to force bright feelings when the heart is tired. But you can keep one small lamp lit inside, a lamp of willingness, a lamp of trust, a lamp of kindness, a lamp that says, I do not see everything yet, but I am not closing my heart. That is enough. The new life does not require constant excitement. It requires steady openness. Steady openness means you keep choosing peace after fear visits. You keep speaking kindly after the old voice returns. You keep noticing good after a hard day. You keep taking the next step after doubt speaks. You keep blessing the current reality while welcoming the ideal one. This is not easy every day, but it is powerful, and it is possible. Now we come to the closing practice, where the fight ends and the new life is blessed. Place both hands over your heart now if you can. Let the body feel safe enough to receive. Feel the quiet sound of your own breathing. Feel the room around you. Feel the Li within you. Something in you has been fighting for a long time, fighting the past, fighting the delay, fighting the mirror, fighting the money, fighting the silence, fighting the unknown, fighting the place where you are because you wanted so deeply to be somewhere else. And now, gently, the fight can end. Not because you have given up, because you are ready to bless. Blessing is different from pretending. Blessing does not say everything has been easy. Blessing does not say I loved every lesson. Blessing does not say nothing needs to change. Blessing says I bring love here. I bring peace here. I bring a higher energy into this moment. Bless the room you are in, and a new door can open. Bless the current reality, and the next one can begin to take shape with less resistance. Bless this moment, and the heart stops making it an enemy. I bless where I am. I bless what I have learned. I bless what is leaving. I bless what is coming. Let those words move slowly. I bless what is leaving. I bless what is coming. This is the sacred middle. You are not who you were, and you are not yet fully who you are becoming. You are standing between rooms. One room holds the old fight. One room holds the new peace. One room holds the story that nothing changes. One room holds the trust that good is forming. You do not need to hate the old room. You only need to stop living there. You can thank it for what it taught you. You can see how strong you became. You can see how much you carried. You can see how you survived. And then you can walk toward the next room with love, released, blessed, ready. The fear may ask, what if nothing changes? Love answers, I have already changed, and life will meet me there. Fear asks, what if this is all there is? Love answers, this moment is not the whole story. Fear asks, what if I hope again and feel disappointed? Love answers, hope is still safe when I hold myself with kindness. This is how you move into the next chapter, not by demanding that fear disappear forever, but by letting love answer fear every time it speaks. Take 5 soft breaths and release the old fight. First breath, release the need to hate where you are. Second breath, release the belief that you are behind. Third breath, release the shame around what has not happened yet. Fourth breath, release the fear that life forgot you. Fifth breath, open to the good that is already forming. Breathe. Again, softly. This is a moment of return. You are returning to yourself. You are returning to trust. You are returning to the quiet, knowing that life can change from here. Not from a perfect place. Not from a finished place. From here. This is where the opener and the closer meet. At the beginning, the message was clear. Stop fighting your current reality. Now the deeper invitation is here. Bless this current reality and open to the next one. The fight closes the hand. Blessing opens it. The fight says, this should not be. Blessing says, this is where I bring love. The fight says, I am trapped. Blessing says, a door can open here. The fight says, nothing good can come from this. Blessing says, life can use even this for my good. Feel how blessing changes the energy. It does not make you weak. It makes you available. It does not make you passive. It makes you clear. It does not chain you to the present. It opens the present so the future can enter. I stop fighting my current reality. I bless this moment with love. My ideal life is taking shape now. Let this be the heart of the closing practice. My ideal life is taking shape now. Maybe quietly, maybe slowly, maybe first in your thoughts, maybe first in your breath, maybe first in the way you stop attacking yourself, maybe first in the way you choose the next peaceful step. But it is taking shape. You are no longer the same person who began this journey. Something in you has softened. Something in you has listened. Something in you has remembered that peace is not far away. It begins where you are willing to stop fighting life. Bless your current reality now. Bless the body that has carried you. Bless the heart that still wants to believe. Bless the mind that is learning new thoughts. Bless the room that has held your tears. Bless the path that has confused you. Bless the doors that closed. Bless the doors that are coming. Bless the love you have given. Bless the love you are ready to receive. Bless the money that has come and gone. Bless the good that is growing. Bless the past for what it taught you. Bless the future for what it is bringing. Bless this breath. Bless this moment. Bless yourself. This is not too much. Blessing is not limited. Love does not run out because you give it to your own life. In fact, the more love you bring to where you are, the more space you create for what wants to come. The cup must be open to receive water. The room must have space to welcome new light. The heart must stop guarding every doorway if love is to enter. So open gently. Do not force the heart open. A forced heart closes again. Invite it. Speak softly to it. Tell it, you are safe now. You do not have to fight everything. You can let life help. Life can help. Let that sentence settle. Life can help. Not because every day is easy. Not because you never feel fear. Not because everything has been perfect. Life can help because life is always moving, always changing, always creating, always opening ways that the fearful mind cannot see. Your part is not to control every detail. Your part is to stay in loving relationship with the moment in front of you. Your part is to choose the next peaceful step. Your part is to speak kindly. Your part is to notice good. Your part is to bless what is here and welcome what is coming. This is enough. My dear, there is a quiet dignity in no longer fighting your life. There is strength in saying, I will not make this moment my enemy. There is wisdom in saying, I can accept where I am and still open to more. There is healing in saying, I will not punish myself while I grow. These are not small choices. They are the choices that change the ground beneath you. And as the ground changes inside you, the path changes before you. You may begin to see options that were hidden. You may begin to feel courage where there was only fear. You may begin to speak more clearly. You may begin to rest without guilt. You may begin to choose people, places, and thoughts that match your peace. You may begin to notice that the ideal life is not only ahead of you, some of it is already beginning within you. The ideal life is in the breath you just softened. It is in the harsh word you did not speak. It is in the old story you no longer believe so quickly. It is in the peace you allowed before the answer arrived. It is in the blessing you placed on this moment. The new life is not only a destination, it is a new way of being, and you are practicing it now. If this reached you, write, I bless where I am, and I welcome what is coming. Let that be more than a comment. Let it be an affirmation. Let it be a small promise to your own heart. I bless where I am, and I welcome what is coming. That sentence carries acceptance and hope. It carries peace and movement. It honors the current reality without making it permanent. It opens the door to the ideal life without rejecting the sacredness of now. This is the balance. Bless where you are. Welcome what is coming. Stand in the middle with an open heart. You are safe in this moment. You are open to your next chapter. Life is shaping good for you now. Let these words hold you. You do not need to know exactly how the next chapter will arrive. You do not need to see the full picture. You do not need to become perfect. You do not need to carry the old fight into another day. You can release it. You can bless this moment. You can open your hands. You can let life meet you. You can let good come in ways you did not plan. You can let peace begin before proof. You can let your ideal life take shape from the inside out. And so, as you breathe here, let the old war become quiet. Let the body rest from trying to hold everything. Let the heart stop bracing for disappointment. Let the mind stop arguing with the doorway. Let the soul remember that life is not against you. You are not behind. You are not forgotten. You are not broken. You are becoming. And this moment, the one you once fought, can become the place where everything begins to soften. Now take this truth with you gently. Your current reality is not the end of your story. It is the place where your new relationship with life begins. You have learned to stop making this moment your enemy. You have learned that resistance keeps the old life alive. You have learned that acceptance is not giving up. You have learned that your ideal life begins as an inner climate, grows through kinder words, opens through self-forgiveness, moves through the next peaceful step, becomes magnetic through your energy, and takes shape in its own quiet time. All of this brings you back to one simple truth. You do not need to fight life to change life. You need to meet life with love. When you stop fighting your current reality, your energy returns to you. Your breath deepens. Your mind clears. Your heart becomes available. Your words become softer. Your choices become wiser. And from that new place, your ideal life begins to take shape. Not always loudly, not always quickly, but truly. Every time you bless where you are, you open a door. Every time you stop punishing yourself, you create room for healing. Every time you choose one peaceful step, you move with life instead of against it. Every time you speak a new word, you plant a new seed. Every time you trust the small light, you help the dawn arrive. So do not be afraid of the present moment. Stand here with love. Breathe here with trust. Begin here with kindness. This moment is not your prison. It is your doorway, and you are ready to walk through it with a softer heart. I am safe in this moment. I bless where I am. I welcome what is coming. Good things are happening in my world now.